This episode of Wanging On is brought to you by Drambuie.
Drambuie Iced Espresso, the unexpected crowd pleaser.
Please enjoy and share Drambuie responsibly. Visit drinkaware.co.uk for more information.
People in a throuple are looking for a reaction because it's quite a provocative thing to do.
You weren't allowed to go swimming on your period when I was at school.
Well, sharks.
Can you say podcast?
I'm on YouTube. Hello, and welcome along to Wanging On with Graham and Maria. By now you know the drill, surely. It's the two of us trying not to make anyone's problems any worse than they already are. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much. And your good self.
Do you know what? I'm okay too. I'm cycling through the winter. I don't care.
Lots of people on the Wanging On site things saying how handsome you're looking.
Why, I don't know what you mean.
I only say that because there doesn't seem to be the equivalent.
Well, I'll get on to that. I'll start.
Can you invent some people?
Because I've been so busy putting in my own comments saying that I look handsome.
Yeah. There was one that made me laugh, which was, that man is aging backwards.
Well, like Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Well, I am losing my hair and my teeth. So soon I will be quite baby-like.
Benjamin Norton, as I live and breathe.
Maria.
Yes, Graham.
I saw someone yesterday and, on their phone, they have a little email thing at the bottom of their iPhone. And it said 25,000. Now, is that, it can't be all Unread. Do you do that?
I'm going to be guilty, I think, of this. I don't delete as I go, which I should.
Yeah.
Why? So then I do suddenly wake up and look and kind of go, 11,000 emails. I need to get rid of some. I must get a young person to come around and do that.
I'm very, very bad at doing I read every email.
Yeah, of course.
And then I go, keep us new. Because I'll reply to that later. And then all I did was keep us new. I never get back to the reply bit. And then months will go by and I'll be scrolling down and I'll go, oh my God, I never replied to that person. Telling me something very serious or inviting me to something and didn't happen. It's quite bad.
I have realised lately that I cannot kind of go, I'll reply to that later, because later just means somewhere in the ether where it disappears to.
Yeah. And then people going, did you not get that email? Oh, I don't think I did. I don't remember seeing it.
So I have to now reply to things as and when they come in.
Yeah.
It's an annoying thing, because I used to be able to keep a lot of things in my head, but now it's just air.
Oh, lovely. So it's so relaxing, though.
Yes. Yeah. Air and music.
The one that I can't bear is the junk folder when you go in there. And there are just so many. And it's also depressing because it's kind of like new hips or, your retirement plan or, trips to Dignitas.
I know, but there's something lovely about dragging the whole of your junk folder into the bin. Drag it.
I don't know how to do that.
You put your finger on it and then, the drag of the whole thing into the bin. I mean, I feel like
this is for people. This would be like overhearing a conversation in a retirement home.
I know, because people at home are going, are they mad? But those things, when I find out new things on my computer that I get to know how to do, I'm very pleased.
Yeah, I see people doing things and I think, oh, that's how you do that. And then I go to do it. And my phone doesn't do that. Yeah. I'm sure it does.
Because you're trying it on a landline.
I think I've just got old fingers.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, the phone doesn't like it.
But I do feel that I would benefit from somebody coming round and saying, you know how to do this, don't you? And where I don't have to say, yeah, of course, in a slightly furious way.
Yeah. I mean, it is that terrible thing when people go, oh, can you just do this? And you're sitting there going, I can't now say,
I don't know how to do that with a PDF.
Because clearly it's a very simple thing to do. Yeah.
But we're of the generation that didn't really get any of that.
Whereas I think it's like the 100th monkey now.
What does that mean?
So there's a theory, apparently, that I think maybe it was a real experiment where they got these monkeys in a tribe, or pack, whatever monkeys live in.
Yeah.
And you have to laboriously teach every monkey how to, like a skill, like how to open a bottle or something.
Hoovering,
that kind of useful things like that. Delivering breakfast. You have to laboriously teach each monkey. But apparently when you have taught the 100th monkey,
yes,
monkeys are born knowing how to do that thing.
Get out of here.
That's what I hear.
That sounds to me like a genetic mishap.
It sounds like a made-up hippie nonsense.
Yes.
But I chose to believe it in 1982, and I still do.
That's like people saying if you leave monkeys in a room long enough, they'll be able to write like Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's unlikely.
Well, I think this is unlikely that the 100th monkey, suddenly they'll know how to do the hoovering.
Well, except I think kids are born knowing, that people have that experience of kids. You show kids a book and they're trying to make the picture bigger.
Yeah, I know that.
All of that.
No, but kids are on their phones now from the age of 2 and 3.
Yeah, but
they're watching Miss Rachel on an iPhone. They're knowing how to, stop that bit, play this game, play Candy Crush. What are you looking at?
Well, who's Miss Rachel?
Oh, well, you see, if you knew what the kids know, you'd know. I mean kids.
Oh, is it for children?
Yeah.
Oh, just as well I don't know then.
Yeah.
I'd be arrested.
It's very sweet. She's got one of those voices that babies really respond to, and she goes, hello. Can you say mama? And babies all kind of, they swivel, their heads swivel, like the Exorcist, towards the television.
Wow.
Yeah, Miss Rachel is worth a lot. She's a bit like...
Is she a cartoon?
No, she's a real person.
Really?
Yeah.
Miss Rachel?
Miss Rachel, you must look her up.
Does she have a podcast?
I hope so. I hope she talks in that voice as well. Can you say podcast?
I'm on YouTube.
Can you spell it? You. Anyway, anything else to discuss?
No, we do not. We will commence with this week's dilemmas next.
This episode is brought to you by Hotels.com.
Make your next trip work for you. Hotels.com just rolled out a game-changing feature called Save Your Way, and it's as simple as it sounds.
When you book a trip as a Hotels.com member, you decide how to use your savings.
Choose to take the instant savings now or bank the savings as rewards for later. It's your call.
Envision converting discounts on this week's stay into rewards for a luxurious beach getaway next year. No complicated maths, no blackout dates, just you choosing how to make your travels work harder for you.
Only at Hotels.com.
Save Your Way is available to loyalty members in the US and UK on hotels with members' prices. Other terms apply. See site for details.
Maria, without delay, please read a letter aloud.
This is a very small letter. Dear Graham and Maria, I'm in a relationship with a wonderful man who I love. We've been together for over 6 years. The problem is, he doesn't fart. Or rather, he does, but he absolutely refuses to acknowledge it. And he finds the whole subject unbearably embarrassing. Over the years, a few slips have happened from both of us, and each time he turned crimson red with discomfort. I find it both sad and funny, but the reality is I'm struggling. What? I end up holding things in, sometimes so badly that I go to sleep in another room under some pretext, just so I can finally let go. It's getting to the point where I'm dreading the bloating, and even though I love him dearly, I sometimes feel relieved when he goes away, so I can fart freely in peace. I've even thought about getting a dog just so that we can blame it on him. But is that fair on the poor dog? What should I do? Is there a way to diffuse the embarrassment without making him feel ridiculed? Or am I doomed to a life of secret farting? That is from Lucinda. Is this for real, Graham?
Yes, I think it is. But I think what all Lucinda needs to do is ask yourself, Lucinda, do you love farting more than your partner? If you do, then...
There's an answer.
Then be alone with your farts.
No. The thing to do, Lucinda, is you both need to get over yourselves. This is a very normal human reaction. We have a buildup of gas, we have to let it go.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. And, yes, I can see that letting great big loud farts go in the theatre or cinema is not socially acceptable. But in your own home or in the loo, do you not go to the loo sometimes and do a blow-off, as I like to call it?
A blow-off? Well, Lucinda makes it sound like she's letting go of a balloon when she goes into the spare bedroom.
Well, she's been holding it in so long.
Circling round. Going,
with the bloating, poor Lucinda has gone weeks without farting. And I think also even if we don't fart audibly, you've heard silent but deadly. Sometimes it's silent but not so deadly.
It's the thing when you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's coming out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you're connected with that element of your body, which everyone should be, because we all learned not to poo in public or not to poo as soon as we felt like we wanted to poo, to find a loo, to look embarrassed and go crimson. Do not go crimson into that sweet night, Graham. So you need to get in touch with your body, both of you. To go red with each other when you've been together for 6 years is insania.
Well, I think this guy, it's obviously something to do with his upbringing.
Yeah.
I think he'd one of those mothers.
Blame the mother, of course.
Well, or dads.
Yeah, thanks.
My parents, whatever. But anyway,
always
parents.
the women that get blamed.
Well,
yeah, parents, you're right. There's been some issues surrounding farting and poo and general kind of unpleasantness.
The toilet activities.
Yeah.
Look, eventually you're going to grow old together. He'll be deaf. And then you have at it. You'll really enjoy your retirement.
No, but I want you both to kind of get real here and just understand that this is a normal thing. This is not dirty. It's not funny even, although, farts will always be funny.
I think so.
But
I think he's one of those guys who thinks it's kind of puerile and juvenile. And, and actually...
It might be, but it's a natural process that the body has to go through. You got to get rid of that gas, baby.
Yeah.
Wherever you may be, let your wind go free, as my dad used to say when I brought a new boyfriend home and listened from the loo. As we were getting down and dirty. But, yes. That's why they're funny.
I remember a friend of mine, he had a very posh aunt. She was terribly grand. And she was entertaining other grand ladies in the drawing room. I think they were playing gin rummy or something like that. And there was this god-awful smell. And she decided to blame the dog. And she went, oh, Fifi, bad Fifi, bad Fifi. And she walked over and opened the door. And Fifi walked in.
Aha, very good, very good. I mean, own it. This is the thing. We must own these foibles. It's so British.
Well, particularly in a partnership. I think, if you're in company, it's different. No one wants to be the toxic warrior.
No.
But, if you're in a partnership,
And also, he goes crimson, but presumably that's because you pointed out. You point out, did you just fart?
Well, no. It'll be an audible one. It'll be an audible one that you can't pretend didn't happen.
Yeah.
So,
but then you just say, excuse me, like you would if you burped. Pardon me.
Oh, excuse I.
Excuse me, Lady Bracknell. I appear to have farted on Algernon.
As a pot plant is dying behind you. Oh. Sandwiches are curling up.
Yes. Must be that chili con carne I had for breakfast. Shall we see what the Wangers say?
Yeah, I can't imagine what they're going to make of this.
Because it feels like it's, the 1900s that we're living in when people write letters like that.
Well, but it is, I do think, I understand that Lucinda has an issue with this, but ultimately it's a choice.
Yeah.
Do you love farting more than him?
I think it's more that the husband has an issue. But anyway, Heidi in Atlantic Canada says, Dear Fartless, after 27 years of marriage, my husband, without fail, the moment he leaps from bed, greets the morning with a single jovial and boisterous toot from his bare bottom as he makes his way to the ensuite. It's a lovely image there, Graham, isn't it?
It's lovely.
A lovely toot.
Oh, Canada.
For some reason, I still find it hilarious and stifle a giggle into my pillow because I don't want him to be self-conscious. Perhaps you could have a playful discussion the next time a fart escapes and reassure him that even the Queen has farted and so should he. Barring that, maybe you could designate a safe space in your home known as the farting closet, otherwise known as the bathroom, and jokingly excuse yourself saying, won't be long, I must use the FC. Yeah, you lost me there slightly, Heidi, but there you are. Some good advice at the beginning.
But also, I like the size of houses in Canada. He's farting on the way to the ensuite. There's a separate wing for farts. Yeah,
farting closet. Kirsty in Malton, North Yorkshire says, why not try some DIY exposure therapy? Arm yourself with a whoopee cushion, some farting putty, what? A multi-pack of baked beans and some nice air freshener. Throw in some diet drinks and you could start off burping together and progress from there bit by bit. Establish a safe word, and I guess once you've achieved a Dutch oven without him gagging or having a panic attack, your job is done. Print off a certificate to frame and hang over the bed. The couple that farts together stays together.
Oh, Kirsty.
Yeah, really.
It's a lot of words.
I felt if that was the red chair, after about one sentence I'd have made...
Yeah, I certainly wasn't going to get as far as print a certificate.
Some people have too much time on their hands. A farty certificate. Christine, I've been with my husband for 20 years and we've always had an unspoken rule. We never pass wind in front of each other. But at night, when we're asleep, all bets are off. If I'm ever in dire need during the day, I'll just head into the kitchen and make a bit of noise to cover it up. It might sound funny, but this little system has worked perfectly for us over the years.
Well, there you go. Christine has the same issue, but
she's found a way round it.
Yes, so she just decided to live with it.
Joe in San Diego in California says, I'm assuming they don't have children, because if they did, there is no way on earth the kid is not going to fart at the drop of a hat. What the writer needs to understand is that bodily functions become much less predictable as one ages. Whoa. And her partner's phobia about passing gas doesn't bode well for when they're older and one or the other needs care or help. She needs to sit him down, talk the whole thing through, and let him know he can't go on this way.
It is true. Older people and farting are hilarious, particularly because they're a bit deaf as well. So they don't know that it's... They can probably feel it happening.
God, there's so much to look forward to about getting old, isn't there?
Well, I'd say that is one of the things to look forward to.
Is it?
Just walking down the street, letting rip. Lucinda, thank you so much for sharing your gassy dilemma with us. And good luck. Let's go with good luck.
Good luck is good, yeah. Let it out, Lucinda.
Yeah. And listen, it's that kind of hard-hitting problem we welcome here on the podcast. If you'd like Maria and I to provide you with some non-expert advice, just email wangingon@listen.co.uk. Our inbox is waiting for you. We shall grapple with another dilemma momentarily.
This episode of Wanging On is brought to you by Drambuie.
Which means we get to answer a special bonus dilemma from our wangers. Maria is poised with an envelope. Mm-hmm. Just like that, she has the notelet in her hand.
I do. Here we go, Graham. Pay attention. Dear Graham and Maria, I love a good party, a drink, a chat, a bit of a laugh, but I cannot stand organised fun. Unfortunately, we have some friends who insist on turning every get-together into a marathon of games, quizzes, and hilarious activities. I see your face. We've just received an invitation to a murder mystery party.
Oh, my God.
Which, for me, is the absolute definition of hell. I don't want to spend 3 hours pretending to be Lady Plumtree of the manor. No, when all I really want to do is sit in a drink with my hand and catch up. Is there any polite way of asking if we can just come along for the socialising without the games? Or should I just keep dodging their invitations until they get the hint? And that is yours, Amy. Amy, I'm so with you, and I think you are as well.
Yeah.
Because I think it's people who organise games are people who are frightened of silence or something, or frightened of chit-chat, frightened that something, might turn political and they won't be able to keep a lid on things. It's a sort of controlling element. And also, we're too old to be told to have fun. I would say to you, Amy, if the invitation says 8 till 11, go along at 10.
Yeah.
Then all the Mrs. Plumtree, Major Plumtree, Vicar from Dibley or wherever will have been done, and you can just have a drink and a chat.
Or volunteer to be the corpse.
Volunteer to be the corpse.
It's like, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Kill me now, is really what I'm saying.
It's so hard because you don't want to, upset people, but I think you say we've double booked. There's reasons, double booked, but we'll come later.
See, my thing about it is I understand why people do things like a murder mystery weekend, or they do escape rooms or activity-based fun, because it's for people you don't know very well. It's like for works outing where no one really wants to be together, but if we do this, we might have a laugh and we don't have to talk to each other really.
Yeah. That's a kind of team-building exercise, isn't it? But if you're having friends around, presumably your friends know each other. They don't need a team-building exercise. They don't need to be told how to have fun. If you want to have fun, it's your responsibility to have fun.
I feel sometimes sometimes at a wedding games can work. Well, no, they can, because it's a lot of people who don't really know each other very well. So it's a way to get everyone kind of talking, and because people tend to stick to their table or stick to who they came with.
I think the way to do that at a wedding is have a very short wedding. People have such long weddings now, don't you think? Did you just go on forever and ever? Amen.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, your wedding went on for a weekend. But that was good because we stuck in our groups and we never mingled.
You've said it now.
Now, yours was...
Well, you won't be invited to my next.
Yeah. Well, I think your husband agrees with me that long weddings and weddings of a long way away where you're expected to travel and then be there forever. Yeah.
I know we had it way as well.
Yeah. It was great. But I think he even said that in the speech.
So, Amy, I would say, don't go. Just say no. Just say no. You don't have to, just say we're busy that day, whatever. And also, maybe just find some better friends. Or like when you're at these things, are you sitting there with your drink kind of just bitching about your friends, going, dear God, why do they insist we do this? Because presumably other people at these events are thinking, I'd like to just sit with my drink, chat, catch up about things.
Yeah. But you're
have a
right.
laugh.
The people that don't socialise well are the ones who are kind of falling on these activities, thinking, good, I don't have to tell people about my lonely life.
And also it's a release in a way, because I think if you work in an environment where you have to be very straight-laced and contained, and then,
like in the
look
funeral
at me.
director.
Yeah, look at me, I'm wearing a feather hat and I'm pretending to be, Lord blah, blah, blah. And they love the embarrassment of it and everything.
Yes.
I mean, it's a different sort of...
Those kind of fancy dress parties where people arrive going, oh, I know. And everyone's going, oh, look at him, look at Tom. Tom, look at him, have you seen his legs? That makes me want to cry.
Well, Amy has really tapped into something here.
For both of us, I believe.
For both of us, yeah. Amy, those are our thoughts. But if you do decide to join in, why not surprise the rest of the party with a bottle of Drambuie?
It's the perfect accompaniment for every party, especially the way it's prepared here, which is a Drambuie iced espresso.
They say this puts the ooh in Drambuie.
No. Ooh.
Yes, as in, ooh, that's lovely.
Shall we toast to another dilemma solve?
We should. There you go. Cheers. Drambuie iced espresso, the unexpected crowd pleaser.
Please enjoy and share Drambuie responsibly. Visit drinkaware.co.uk for more information.
The moment has ended. Maria, the people would like to hear another letter.
I'm so sorry.
And a cough.
I had to cough. It's been building for some time, much like a fart.
Yeah, let it out.
Dear Graham and Maria, earlier this year, my brother informed me via text message that he and his wife are now in a throuple. They've been married for many years, and while it feels a bit out of the blue, I love my brother and want to be supportive. The text message wasn't the ideal way to have such a significant conversation, but ultimately I said I was happy for him. A few months ago, they visited us with my niece, leaving their new partner at home. We were having a lovely time until my sister-in-law started an argument. She was upset that I hadn't invited their new partner for the weekend. We hadn't met the new partner, so I explained that meeting in such an intense setting would be a bit much, and I'd prefer a more relaxed and neutral environment for an introduction. This was not acceptable to her. She became drunk and unpleasant. The next day, when they were sober enough to drive, I gently asked them to leave rather than continuing to play happy families, as my sister-in-law showed no remorse for her behaviour. That was months ago now. I've tried calling my brother to talk, but he said he'd call when he's ready. As more time passes, I can't help but wonder if I might be better off without them and their drama. However, I do love my brother deeply and still just want him to be happy. Is there anything you think I can do in this situation? If you take the throuple out of this equation, it's just basically a family having a row, isn't it? Having a row and then somebody gets drunk and then someone gets told to leave and then it all gets a bit ugly. I think the introduction of the throuple is kind of complicated because obviously you should know more about this. I mean, you don't say whether the third wheel in this relationship is a man or a woman.
Don't know.
No? Do you care?
No.
I would just say I've known a few throuples. I've never been in one, but I've known a few throuples in my time, and I have never seen one that works.
Yes, they rarely last they last for a long time.
Yeah,
but eventually something happens because it's hard to keep three people.
Yeah, and that whole saying, two's company, three's a crowd, is somebody's always going to feel a bit left out.
I think there's a few things going on here. You're being irked that the news came via text message makes me laugh. Like there's some sort of etiquette. of how
for introducing a throuple.
Yes, there should actually, you should have said, you should have really written to us. Or, like, what's that about?
It's quite a lot to introduce, and the niece was there. So, do you want the niece to, we don't know how old the niece is, to hear all about this throuple stuff? I don't know.
But then the other thing I think happens is that people in a throuple are looking for a reaction. Because it's quite a provocative thing to do, to go public with your throupledom.
Yeah.
It's like you want people to disapprove, or they want you to react in some way.
Reaction,
they don't want you to just, sit there and go, oh yeah. That's the one thing they don't want.
Yeah.
So it's like the sister-in-law came looking for trouble.
You're right. There is something prurient about this whole thing of being three people in a relationship. And the last throuple that I knew of, being in a throuple was the most interesting thing about any of them.
And I think that's often the case.
So I think, it is what you say, that it makes people seem like they're all hip or interesting or whatever. This will resolve itself, and it probably will resolve itself sooner rather than later when the third wheel in this relationship is ejected or runs out of steam, or I don't know if throuples ever last really long term. Yeah, but especially now you've got children, they've got children.
But also, I like that she gently asked them to leave.
Yeah.
I don't think you can gently ask people to leave your house.
How are you feeling? Not too hungover? No, we're fine. Well, can I just suggest that you get your things and feck off?
Yes. Traffic gets very heavy around about 9:30 in the morning. So you better leave now. Yes, I feel for the brother, because I think the brother is kind of between a rock and a hard place.
Well, he's just stupid.
Well, he's between two things anyway. But, rock and a soft place.
We don't know.
But I do think that's, I think you could work with your brother and, maybe write him a letter or something and just say, look, this is what happened. I didn't know you were that serious about your throuple. You only sent me a text message about it. If you'd wanted me to invite the stupid throuple person, you should have said. And I would have been quite happy to some random stranger walking around my house in their pants. But you didn't do that. And so I didn't invite them. And you're married to a cow.
Or you could be a bigger person and just say, sorry about last time. I wondered if you and your wife and your third person would like to come over for dinner. You're the bigger person and you're telling them that you're not judging them, and then they can decide what to do. I mean, she might be feeling a bit sort of...
But no remorse. The next day, no remorse. Before she was gently asked to leave.
Yeah. Should we see what the Wangers say?
Oh, let's. Here we go.
Michelle on the Wirral says, I think you should treat this as any other family dispute. Your sister-in-law was... Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah.
Your sister-in-law was rude and aggressive after a drink, and you are well within your rights to argue your reasons for not inviting their other partner. However, asking them to leave may have been a bit rash, particularly as the niece was there too. If you want to maintain a relationship with your brother, then perhaps you should write him a letter explaining your feelings and apologise for asking them to leave. Then the path is left open for him to make the next move. I think that's good advice, Michelle.
Felicity has been in touch with a voice note.
Oh, we like Felicity.
By not inviting their new partner to your weekend, it probably feels to your brother and sister-in-law as if you haven't actually accepted their new relationship. So if you want to move forward, maybe apologise and arrange a meet-up in a more neutral location and get to know their new relationship together.
I mean, I don't know what you've got to apologise for.
I don't think you need to apologise either.
It was up to them to say, oh, by the way, is it okay if I bring?
Yes.
Because this is brand new. So, if somebody send you a message like, oh, I'm dating someone now, then the next time you invite them to something, it's kind of up to them to kind of go, oh, is it okay if I bring my new girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever? So we're adding that on to another couple. So it's, I feel like they should have said something.
Yeah, I don't think you need to apologise. And it is a bit like saying, you didn't acknowledge that we were doing something exciting and new. And it's a bit childish to expect you to just say, oh, and bring person with you.
Yeah.
Buster says, yawn, yawn, yawn. They've obviously had problems in their marriage, hence bringing in a third party. I think your brother and his wife could be embarrassed by this, which is why they're getting tetchy about it. Let them get on with their crisis, especially if she's aggressive. How dare she attack you in your home? Just text your brother to say you love him and are always there for him. I mean, I think that's nice. And I don't know if it means they're having problems in their marriage. I'm trying not to be judgy, but it might just mean that they wanted wanted to try something new. They wanted to spice things up, be exciting.
Yeah, I think they've just been watching Channel 5 too much.
What programme on Channel 5? Is there a Throuple programme on Channel 5?
Probably. Certainly Channel 4. There must be a Throuple one on Channel 4. Actually, if you want to see your brother, just keep watching Channel 4.
Oh, you think he'll appear on it finally?
He'll show up.
Throuples that have failed. Marcus in Greenwich says, oh, God, your sister-in-law sounds awful. How were you to know you were supposed to invite this so-called third partner? I'd say be patient, and with any luck, they'll all split up and you'll never have to see her again.
I think that's probably the truth.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have to see the sister-in-law very much, because I think that is on the outs. And then you'll
it's
be
a shame,
back with
though,
your
because
brother.
she's got nieces and she probably likes the nieces.
Sorry to hear things are so tense. Hopefully it all gets resolved. And now, as is tradition on Wanging On, we end proceedings with a submission for Am I Weird? Maria, let's hear this one.
Yeah. Today's Am I Weird comes courtesy of Jonathan down under in Sydney.
Ah, yes.
Hi, Graham and Maria. Big fan! Exclamation mark. Should we just leave it there?
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yes, you are weird.
Now, am I weird? I love watching Dr. Pimple Popper videos so much that I find myself salivating. Oddly, though, and counter to this, I cannot watch anyone brushing their teeth, spitting, or any other oral or dental routine without gagging. Well...
Yin and yang.
Jonathan, I mean, you're not alone in finding Dr. Pimple Popper videos so compelling. That is a massive hit on YouTube. But I find I have watched a few, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's just a question of how much something you're getting out of a small area that pops.
Yeah.
And some are really disgusting and some are just kind of like, blackheads or something. So I don't think you're weird in that. And I don't think you're weird that you can't stand the brushing of teeth.
How often do you have to watch people brushing their teeth?
Yeah, exactly.
It seems...
I think it's his partner. Jonathan's partner. It's really giving him the ick, brushing his teeth or spitting.
I mean, I hate people spit. Like people who spit in the street makes me kind of go heave slightly.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, it is really vile. People do that. I know. Also, if I turned on the television and there was a close up of someone having an oral exam I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't go, oh great, this is on again.
No, but in dramas now, but in the olden days, nobody used to do go to the toilet or eating or brushing their teeth. And now you watch every other film and somebody's having a discussion with their husband in some Ralph Lauren pajamas, going, yeah, but honey, I really think if we take her to camp, that everyone's brushing their teeth in that. But you rarely, if ever, see them go into the thing.
Yeah, they rarely spit.
They don't spit.
That is true.
So obviously there's a sort of censorious thing about spitting.
It's funny they haven't combined our love of pimple popping into dramas. Couples chatting while the wife pops horrible big pimples on somebody's back.
I mean,
yeah.
The pimple popping is making me feel a bit icky.
Yes. Here's the thing. Here is the thing, Jonathan down under in Sydney. I would say you're not weird, but you should be.
What, for watching pimples?
Yeah, this should be weird behavior, but it's not. You're right. It's very, very common, I would say. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of other weird behavior we should be more worried about first.
Yeah, I'm certainly not worried about Jonathan.
No, or the pimple popping.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, don't ever worry about popping pimples.
No, better out than in. Except you're not supposed to pop pimples, are you?
I don't know.
Because I think they might leave scars on your beautiful face.
You're not meant to go swimming 2 hours until you've had a meal 2 hours before.
No, that's been proven as rubbish, I think.
Has it?
Yeah, I think that is rubbish. That is something that I don't know why we were ever told that as children.
Yeah.
But I think it's rubbish.
And you weren't allowed to go swimming on your period when I was at school.
Well, sharks.
There were so many sharks in our municipal pool.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. It was awash with them.
I know.
Sharks.
Spielberg nearly chose your school pool for the setting for Jaws.
It was literally indoor swimming pool.
Well, yeah. I mean, he went with Amity, but he could have easily gone for that.
I like that your first thing was sharks.
Well,
yeah, no, I see it. I didn't know why at the time, but then I was only swimming in a pool.
Yes.
And I hadn't heard of sharks.
They were educating you for the wider world. Because it might have been safe there, but once you left the confines of your pool,
they were looking at the bigger picture.
They
You're right.
really were. One day she might be in the Pacific. One day she might be down under visiting her good friend Jonathan.
Yeah.
And in a break from pimple popping, she went swimming. That is it for this week's Wanging On. Maria, any parting words?
Please hit the subscribe or follow button on your podcast app of choice so that you never miss an episode of Wanging On. New episodes drop every Monday.
True that. Yeah. And you can contact the show at wangingon@listen.co.uk.
Or on social media, we're on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. And our Instagram has a link to proper support services if you need those. Our handle is @WangingOn.
Wanging On with Graham and Maria is a Listen production. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.